Hey guys, and welcome back. Welcome to another podcast. This podcast is a bit different. I asked for some questions on Insta just to answer or just to see what people want to ask and things like that. And we got some responses. So we'll just be answering some of those questions, right? So the first question, it's a bit of a weird one. I think you're so handsome. What do you think? I don't know. I don't think I'm handsome or handsome. I don't know. I think I'm okay. It's very weird. Maybe my lumps thinks I'm handsome. But I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. If I am handsome, thank you. Cute, I go. Hatu. But yeah, think so. I don't know. But thank you. That is very kind. It's a very big compliment. So thank you for that question. It's a very weird question, but thank you. And then the next question was, when do we see the name Lindo Grant? I'm assuming that means when we see our names together, meaning the union between the two. I don't know. So it'll be a couple years, maybe. Maybe a couple years, as in a couple years, couple years. I don't know. We don't know. We still have a lot of life to live before we do that. But yeah, it'll probably be sooner rather than later. But probably sooner. Maybe we'll end up on a show where they just marry us in that what blind wedding, meet your wedding in 5 days type, those shows. Maybe we'll end up on there. You never know. The Korean version or something. But it'll be a couple years probably for that answer, I think. And then our next question, which was actually a really good question. What are your plans for your future career? From the person that sent this, I was like, whoa. This is a really good question. So what are your plans for your future career? And I think that's where most of the podcast will be on. What are my plans for the future career? So you guys that don't know, I started off as a scientist, or my degree is in science, right? So I'm a biotechnologist, or I studied biotechnology. And then I worked in laboratories for a good couple years, 7 years. I worked in a food lab in Cape Town. I worked for a genetics lab in Cape Town. And then I worked at a wine farm doing microbiology and working and making wines and stuff like that before I came to Korea. So my main background is science. And I enjoy science. I really love science. But then I came to Korea to teach English and also to travel, which didn't happen because of COVID. But yeah, I came to Korea to teach English just to do something completely different. I wanted to do working in a lab. It's fun, but I can be honest and say I got a bit tired of working in the lab. And it's not to say that work was bad. I enjoyed my jobs. All the companies I worked at were really good companies, and I enjoyed it. I would go back to them if I could, in a heartbeat type of thing. But I feel like I enjoy teaching more. I think I've come to realize I enjoy teaching people. I enjoy teaching. So I think with my future career, I might just end up being a teacher. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy helping people wherever I can. I enjoy trying to get people to understand something that I'm busy doing, or trying to get people to understand something that they don't know. And if I don't know, I like learning about something to be able to help someone else, or help teach someone else how to do the thing that they are trying to learn, type of thing. So I think my future career might be becoming a teacher, or doing teaching. I do have plans in the process to do that, to be able to have that qualification and teach. Like, I really enjoy teaching. Teaching is fun to me. I know it's a bit very different to teaching at school and teaching at Hagwons and stuff like that, but I enjoy it. I think if you ask any of the teachers that I work with at the moment, they see like I have fun with it because I was a lazy student. I was a lazy student at school, so I would get bored very quickly in class, and because of that, I teach so that kids work, but you also try to have fun. You also try to make the classes more enjoyable, and that's what I enjoy about it. I enjoy that you don't have to say or make something be exactly how it is, right? There's different ways to bring the message across to kids. There's different ways to try and make kids understand, because everybody learns at a different rate and everybody learns in a different way, you know what I'm saying? And that's what appeals to me as a teacher. Like, you can explain something to one kid and they'll get it immediately, but then you have maybe 3 or 4 kids that don't understand what you're saying, and then trying to get them to understand, or trying to get them to click with what is going on. That's where the challenge comes in, and that's what I like about it, you know. And it's weird to say that I like the challenging part. I think it's more of the fact that I like to help. I feel like helping or trying to get people to understand is like the thing I want to do. It's a very weird thing, like, and it's weird coming from the sense of like, where my sister's a social worker and you understand how she helps people. She helps kids, and she helps kids as well. And yeah, I went a completely different way, but I have the same foundation, same inner, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to call it, the same inner need to be able to help people. I don't even need is the right word. It's like the same inner calling. Like if I see someone that I can maybe help, I will try and help them. If I see someone that needs help with something, I will try and help them. Like a simple thing, like someone struggling to open a door while carrying boxes, I will try and open the door for the person. You know that type of thing. It's those type of thing. And that comes out to me naturally. Like, I don't have to think about it. I don't think twice where I'm like, oh, this person needs help, let me try and help them. And it's weird because they're in a place like Korea, and I think Malams, who's been here now, or Lindell that's been here now, Lindell. Who's been here now, the type of culture that is here, it's very different to like back home, right? The people are very private and stuff like that. So with that, it's also hard to, like, if you help someone, people appreciate it more. Like it's weird, like keeping a door open for someone here is like a big thing, but then everybody will walk through. Like, people don't normally do it, but like everybody will walk through the door if you keep the door open, you know, that type of thing. So it's those type of small things. I think it's just that feeling of being able to help people, and I feel that's like where my core is, my core calling, I want to say. I mean, I've always been someone who's tried to help people where I can. I mean, even back home. I mean, like when I worked at the wine farm, I was in charge of the interns. So I would help the interns learning and training and teaching them new techniques and teaching them what to do and planning what they need to do and doing their research and telling them. So it's those type of weird things. Like, I've always been, even when I worked at the food, I'm thinking now, even when I worked at the food company, I was a junior, but I was training people on methods that were there longer than what I was there, because I like to learn. So when I got there, I tried to learn everything, right? So I tried to learn all the methods. I tried to learn everything to be able to help someone else. If there was a crisis situation, which there was a lot of when I worked at the at the food testing lab, it was a lot of crisis situations. So if there was a crisis situation, I could step into any role to try and assist or manage what was happening, or trying to negate the need for stress or chaos. So I like to learn about things and then be able to help people with what I've learned. So I think my calling is teaching. I think teaching. It's weird to think that I want to be a teacher, or that I am a teacher now. But it's weird to think that I want to be like a teacher. Like I want to be a teacher in a classroom type of thing. I never expected to see myself as a teacher in a classroom, but I've always expected myself to see as someone who's been able to help people. And I think that's where my future calling will be. Hopefully, if the stars align as we are planning them to. Hopefully. So yeah, so thank you for the questions. It was really good. Like, I mean, that question was really good. It's a nice question, and it's nice to have you guys interacting a bit more. And I think you guys see a bit of side of me, so you guys can let me know how this was. Do you guys see me as a teacher? Do you guys see me as someone who's been able to teach? I mean, when my parents were here last year, when we spoke about, when I come home, they were like, what will you be able to do? Will you be able to teach people about Twitch and OBS? And I'm like, maybe. Maybe. So, I mean, if I go home and I can't find a job, will I be able to help people with Twitch? Those type of things. And I was like, probably, I mean, I don't know, maybe start a thing where I can help people with problems and stuff like that. But then again, you also think, I'm that the person that thinks there's so many other people that are better than me at it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I hope you guys have learned something new about me today. And yeah, it's gonna be a nice chilled week, because we got freezer. It's gonna be chilled because it's gonna be frozen. Get it? But on that note, guys, thank you for always listening. Thank you guys. You guys that listen on a regular basis, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, we look forward to what the future might hold. We don't know. Maybe I'll just be a teacher, teaching your kids, guys. Just picture me teaching your kids. Do you see that possible? You see me picturing or teaching your kids? Thank you guys. Thanks for listening. Have a good week. Catch you guys next week. Goodbye.